Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Uchi.
This is assignment 5, and we're doing methods of conflict resolution. No matter what the relational style, gender, or culture of the participants, every conflict is a struggle and to have one goal met. Sometimes that struggle succeeds and other times it fails.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, lose my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life.
The win-lose strategy. In win-lose conflict resolution, one party gets what he or she wants, whereas the other comes up short. People resort to this method of resolving disputes when they perceive a situation as either an either-or situation. Either I get what I want, or you get your way. The most clear-cut examples of win-lose situations are games in which the rules require a winner and a loser. Power is the distinguishing characteristic in win-lose conflict resolution, as it is necessary to defeat an opponent to get what one wants. Physical power is the most obvious. Some parents threaten their children with warnings. Stop that or I'll send you to your room. Adults also use physical power to deal with each other. The legal system is the most implied threat. Follow the rules or we'll lock you up. There are some circumstances in which the win-lose method may be necessary, as when there are truly scarce resources and only one party can achieve satisfaction. An example is when two suitors are trying to marry the same person. Only one can succeed.
The lose-lose strategy is a fairly common way to resolve conflicts. Neither side is satisfied with the outcome. In many instances, both parties will strive to be winners, but as a result of the struggle, both wind up losers. For instance, after a strong argument about whether the elderly fragile mother should leave, the two nephews never spoke again. Not only was the conflict a lose-lose one for the two parties involved, their spouses, children, and other family members were also deprived of the warm family relationship they had once enjoyed. Perhaps you have seen such battles of pride where both parties strike out and suffer.
The compromise strategy. Unlike lose-lose outcomes, a compromise gives both parties at least some of what they wanted, though both sacrifice a part of their goals. People usually settle for compromises when it seems the partial satisfaction is best they can hope for. However, some compromises do leave both parties satisfied. For example, you and a seller might settle on a price for a used car that is between what the seller is asking for and what you are wanting to pay. As long as everyone is satisfied with the outcome, compromise can be an effective way to resolve conflicts. Most of us are surrounded by the results of bad compromises. A common example is a conflict between one person's desire to smoke and another's to have clean air. A compromise in which the smoker gets to enjoy a rare cigarette or must retreat outdoors in which the non-smoker will still have to inhale the fumes is hardly better. Both sides will have lost a considerable amount of comfort and goodwill.
The win-win strategy is a conscious and systematic attempt to maximize the goals of both parties through collaborative problem solving. The conflict is seen as a problem to be solved rather than a war to be won. The important distinction is we, both parties, versus the problem rather than we, one party versus they, the other party. The parties work toward common and superordinate goals, i.e., ones that are only to be attained by both parties pulling together. There is an emphasis on the quality of a long-term relationship between both parties rather than short-term accommodations. Communication is open and direct rather than secretive and calculating. Attitudes and behaviors are directed towards an increase of trust and acceptance rather than an escalating of suspicion and hostility. The win-win approach requires a very high degree of patience and skill in human relations and problem solving. In conclusion, conflict is an inevitable fact of human existence. If we work to understand and manage it effectively, we can improve both the satisfaction and productivity of our social relationships.
Thanks for watching!